Hey, good afternoon, first period. So, what are we doing today? Well, if you already checked on Google Classroom, I already put up it's the visual instructions, so please don't print it up. I did print it out myself, but you're basically doing this. Okay, we're going to be drawing a scene from, oops, as you can see. So do not print this up. I told you guys you don't need to print it up. I'm going to keep it down here as a reference for myself. I'm going to grab a sheet of paper, blank sheet of paper. And before I got you guys on here, I'm just cleaning up my desk. I'm not ignoring you guys. I just started organizing and got a fresh piece of stick gum. I need that. So, and it's Sunday afternoon, so I didn't want to do it early in the morning, so I would, in case I had any issues with YouTube. So I sharpened 4 little pencils. Now, I like using old pencils. They're already, how can I say this? You already have a feel for them. New, fresh pencils, they're okay, you know, but for drawing, you want to grab that old pencil that you're already kind of, oh my God, so tiny. So, not this small, but, and like I said, you need a good pencil sharpener. If you want your pencils to have a long life, grab the little cheap pencil sharpeners, not the old school on the wall. I don't want to screw this one to my wall because, and then it breaks off, and I got to do repairs. And some old erasers are worn out. You want to grab fresh erasers. Rulers, you can have a classic transparent ruler. I like these little cheap plastic ones wherever you can get them. If you don't have a ruler, get something that, you know, they can act as a ruler. So we're going to do this. Let me grab my scratch paper so you guys can see what I'm doing. So we need a window with a view, you know, and I'll explain that later. So let me put on some more light. I do have the afternoon light. I have the camera, my lamp on my desk. But sometimes you do need a little extra light. Let's go in here. So weird, not my I had a studio, but that was the winds knocked it down. So I'm gonna turn the camera around. I'm gonna figure out you guys can see this. My biggest fear is doing a video and nothing gets recorded properly. So you can see this picture here. I'm going to use this as a reference. Now you can, and I printed it up for myself. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a horizon line. Now here's my sheet of paper. You can use a blank one. That'll work too. But I just want to play it safe. Just imagine you guys, you know what? Let's just do it this way. I really don't need that, so I'm going to flip it around. And it's really warm in here. I should have done this early in the mornings, but I had errands. I had to feed up. Yesterday was 4th of July, and I had to feed all my animals and clean the backyard. And this morning I had to check. So here's my horizon line. I'm going to put in the center my vanishing point. Now, why am I doing this? 2 things. My vanishing point really is not going to be my actual vanishing point here. You can see the little picture what you guys are going to have in the screen. I'm actually going to measure this, and I'm going to create like a frame, but it's not going to go fully. So here it is. So this is actually my vanishing point is right here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to make something that looks like a frame window or a frame painting or drawing. 2 inches, 2 inches. This kind of helps me out. 2 inches, 2 inches. Then what I'm going to do is probably 1 inch below to do my landscape. And it feels like an oven right now here and here, because my swamp cooler is not coming in here. So I'm going to do my frame here. And sorry about the whining and complaining about the heat, but we all do that, don't we? If you live in a modern house, you guys are lucky. My house is over 60 years old. So it's an old house. So I'm erasing this. I really don't need this out here anymore. Some excess stuff I could have done without. So I basically have my horizon line here. This is going to help me to ground everything. So now I'm going to do my frame. And I am going to do my frame right here. A diagonal line inward. Okay, I hope it is recording. Yes, it is. And whoops, could have gone a little bit more. There we go. That could work. You should have measured it, but I didn't. It works. Let me flip it around. I'm doing my frame just like here, just like the sample up there. And the reason I'm doing this today, Sunday, just in case there's problems again with YouTube, and plus I'm behind paperwork on Monday. I have all your works, but I have to submit them again to Learn for Life. I have them. Don't worry. I can put them. I didn't want to do it on the 4-day weekend too. I was just really tired from everything in life, so I basically I was exhausted, tired. So I didn't do much for 4th of July. I hope you guys have fun. So I have my horizon line. So now I'm going to show you a trick how to do mountains. I don't draw the mountains this way. What I do is I flatten the graphite. You're going to see me doing this upside down. So just use your imagination. I'm going to imagine my sunlight in one direction too. So it could be a window. It could be, I'm going to do my mountains here. So I'm doing my lines here. I'm not fully done. So here's I'm going to do 3 mountains. Okay, a little mountain back here. Now, the trick to this is mountains are near us. Okay, they're going to have a much darker tone. Lighter in the backside, much more for smoker. And notice, I am not touching the next one. So I'm going to put my shadow on this side. I'm going to put another mountain here. Whoops, snapped it. Go back to the skinny one. I can sharpen that one later on. So my shadows are going to be coming in from this direction. There is going to be some light coming from this direction, but I am assuming now my lights are going to be coming from this side. Should have made that a little bit darker, so. And I'm going to show you another little trick us sketch artists use a lot. I've been sketching a lot since I was a little kid. Whoops. What was that? Oh, it's just a computer talking to me. I forgot to turn off my Instagram. So, people are talking to me. But I'm ignoring them. Because I told them I had to do so. I'm going to hide my vanishing point. I know it's here. Notice that? So, instant mountains. There we go. The birds. Here's a trick to birds. Let me show you guys. Everything that's close to the horizon line is going to go small. See that? That's a little bird. You can barely see it. There you guys go. But the higher we go, the bigger the birds. It looks like they're closer to us. They're actually, you think they're here, but they're really, they're supposed to be back here. And the only reason we do this Trompe-l'oeil trick is we make it look like they're all the way back here. Now, I'm trying to do the shadow side here darker. I'm trying to create that value. Whoops. We can always fix that. Remember what Bob Ross says. There's no such thing as mistakes in art, just happy little coincidence. And we try to fix them. So, there we go. That's the trick to problem solving. Try to adapt to it. So, kind of a different mountain range than we would have seen anywhere else. So, looking at the sample here, my nightstand or cabinet, it's going to be probably, my floor is going to be right here. I should have measured it. I would go probably 1.5 inches, which I did. Actually, no. I take it back. Go 3 inches. Yeah, 3 inches. That's what I'm going with. So, got my 3, put your 3 inches in there. Don't do it too hard. And then right here, we are going to center our cabinet. Now, you're saying, Mr. N, why are we doing all of this? Well, let me show you why. Okay, so now is you're trying to create the illusion of depth. Now, when I saw some of you guys did your buildings and some of your 1-point perspective, you guys stepped away from the vanishing point, which is a big no-no. My vanishing point's still here. So what I want to do now is do the carpet on the ground floor. So I'm going to do 2 more parallel lines down here. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see that? Do you guys see what I'm doing? Okay, let me push this in a little bit more. Okay, so now coming back to my vanishing point right here, I am going to create my carpet. I'm going to stretch this out a little bit. So let's say I am going to go about here. So I'm going to measure this, how many inches from the center I am. Okay, keep this parallel. So I want to do the same thing for the other side. So I don't want to lose that illusion. So it's about, okay, sweet, almost close to 2 inches. So I'm going to go over here 2 inches, measure it, and I'm going to have a diagonal line. Okay, so coming back here, let me use the long red ruler. Back to this vanishing point right here. And voila, there's my carpet. I'm not going to work on the carpet yet. Now, I notice in the sample, the carpet's outside the frame. That's a big no-no in art. You want to keep all the good stuff in frame. So now the cabinet. So let me trace back here the ledge of the wall. Okay, the ledge of the wall. And we can hide that later on. Not too... So I should have measured this too. But let's just do this right now. So now we are going to do our nightstand. So I'm going to keep this about here. I'm going to go with the transparent one. I feel more comfortable so you guys can see what I'm doing. So right now I am going to create just the front of my cabinet. So let's say this is, let's stick this. Let's just do a soft line to keep this measured. So right now I am going to go probably, you know what, I'm going to go with 1.5 inches on this side, 1.5 inches this side. So we're basically doing geometry, guys. This is what geometry is. Okay, if you haven't taken geometry yet, so I measured it. I went 1.5 inches on this side, 1.5 inches, and I kind of figure out my carpet later on. I'm not going to add details until I'm done with most of the forms. So about here, we have, I'm going to go probably 2 millimeters or 3. 3 here, 3 here. Okay, guys. So now, whoops, let me just go. Something was not measured properly, but I can fix it. See, this is why it's great to work with a plastic transparent ruler. So now I'm doing the top surface of my cabinet just to help us out. Going to that inch. Going to that inch. Oh, there you go. I got my surface now. Don't do the lamp. See that, guys? I got the surface right now. Okay, so now I am going to erase this. I am going to bring this down. I'm going to start creating my cabinet. I know this is 1.5 inches. Keep that there. Same thing on the other side. Inch. Whoops. Is it 2 inches or 1.5 inches? Let's measure up here just to be on the safe side. Yep, it's 1.5 inches. So I should have 1.5 inches. Okay. And this side should be 1.5 inches. So we got to be careful because sometimes we don't measure properly and it doesn't come out right. So about here. And let's just say I am going to go a little bit more down just so it will be equal to this side. And now I'm going to start erasing some of these lines in here. See what I did, guys? So I'm going to erase these lines to build the front of my cabinet. Okay, I might just make that into a ghost line. Whoops, I know the camera's shaking. That's okay. I don't want to have the door closed. I'm sweating a lot, but I don't want the noise from the air, the swamp cooler coming in. So now I should make sure this is parallel to. Okay, maybe when we put the carpet down there, we didn't realize how bad it was. Okay, so I did the bottom right now, so I'm going to do the legs. I am going to do the legs. Okay. But I'm not done yet. I still need my vanishing point. So I'm going to go all the way up here. And I'm going to do the inside of the legs. Again, the vanishing point in these diagonal lines, that's how we create the perspective. Okay? That's what you guys are doing. You're doing perspective drawing. You're in high school now. See that? You did the insides. That's a trick to it. Now, the lines on the carpet, same thing. Whoops. And like I said, sometimes, you know, again, back to the vanishing point. We keep the center line. I'm probably going to keep the center line here. It's going to help me a lot. And I'm subdividing my carpet. I'm going to go inside to create that illusion. Keep it nice and framed. And here we go. And this one's going to go outside too. And I'm going to have a little fun right now. I'm going to do the, I hate these things, especially in my bathroom carpet, but my wife likes those kind of things, so I can't argue. So here we go. So those are going to be little frizzy things in the carpet. So you see that? Okay. You guys see that? So we did this. We put, so this could be a window. It could also be a frame. Sorry about the water, but here you guys go. So now we are going to measure for our drawers. Okay, so let me flip it around. So basically, I mentioned I'm going to draw my drawers probably 2 inches. Okay, so I'm going to go down here. I'm going to do, there's 3 of them, so I'm going to do 1. There's 1. Do my line here. Okay, probably going to do it probably 1 inch. I'm doing a big no-no, right? I'm kind of pressing a little bit hard on my lines. I would advise you never to do that, guys. Okay, there we go. That's my first row. I'm going to give it some space between one or the other. I'm going to go probably 1/4 of an inch of space. I'd rather be safe than sorry. So let's do this. So it'll be okay. There we go. Save myself a lot of time. Save you guys a lot of time. So now I'm going to do the next drawer. Okay. Okay, that could work. We agreed to make the drawers about 1 inch. Okay, this is, believe it or not, what we're doing also, this is called furniture design. And if you're walking to Target or any other, fancy stores that do furniture, we don't have too many of them out here anymore. But yeah, I mean, they do a lot of this. You do. They actually have to draw it first before they design the model in clay. So here we go. That's probably stretch a little bit off. If we mess up, we can always fix it. Okay, so I want you guys to see our progress. See my drawer? See the drawers, how they're coming out? Okay, guys. See how it's coming out. Okay, so I'm gonna move over here. It might just be a little bit too far away for the camera for you guys. So now I'm gonna do the last one. So we measured it to 1 inch. And I'm trying to not get too close to it because I'm sweating a lot right now. So because I closed the door and there's no way for the AC to get in here. So Lord. Okay, so now what I want to do is using the same pencil. You guys can see I got my 3 drawers. Drawers just like the picture there. So what I'm going to do right now is erase these. I'm erasing all the excess lines. Okay. I might just put my shadow down here already. I kind of like doing this sometimes. It helps me create the illusion to myself. Okay, I did break those. I'm going to use the same pencil. So. And the reason I like my pencils this short, because I feel like I'm drawing with chalk. I mean chalk or charcoal. And if you notice, I'm just tracing over my straight lines. And the reason I'm doing this is because it's my personal choice. I like it to look like there's a gap of shadow there, or where that's been worn down a bit. There we go. Okay. So it looks like it's been used. So, trying to stick to the lines very carefully. Let's get rid of some of these lines down here. I'm going to retrace this again. I might do something like this. I'll show you why. I want it to look like there's shadow there on the carpet. That's not part of the furniture. There's something here. Some texture. Texture is an art element. It makes things look either smooth or rough. So we have smooth lines out here. But at the same time, we have what we call contour lines, or some kind of worn down wear and tear on these drawers. They've been used daily, or close almost every day. A little shadow here. And where's the big eraser? A trick to big erasers: never erase on the flat. Always do the corners when you create a corner. It helps you get on those edges really good. Also, you don't smudge a lot. Okay. There we go. I got to save this pencil because there's a lot of good... Sorry, guys. I had to take a break. So, okay. So now, from what I see, I did put a lot of birds. I might just put more birds. And, whoops. Oh, my God. This is not my day with these pencils. Let me sharpen another one. Let me go with the broken one already. It doesn't want to cooperate. It's on strike. We're going to do something different. I'm going to show you guys how to draw a cloud. Sweet. Okay, so clouds. This is how I draw clouds. I'm taking a break from the drawer. So all the clouds are down here are going to be small. So it's darker on that side. And clouds do look like, I would say, floating marshmallows. And there's going to be a shadow to them. The top, I already did the shadow at the bottom. But the top, it's where the light's hitting it. Even on a sunset. So, okay, so that cloud's kind of big in my opinion. Just there's too much empty space up here. So I'm going to make another cloud. So, this is cloud. So you guys can see that. There's my trick to clouds. I just do an arch, and I try to create a value on it. So, and then I do my skinny lines, my thin lines. And they don't even touch each other because that's supposed to be where the sun glare is hitting it. Okay, so there you go. There's one cloud. It's very dry, like the Antelope Valley. So coming back to this. So I'm coming back to my center. Try to figure out where my door knobs should go. So I'm going to figure out the middle of an inch. Okay, so this is, I'm going to draw, here's the center of this place. Going back to this, okay, the center is right here. Coming back to this, and the center's here. So now that I have these centers, doorknob. So I'm going to do my little doorknob. I'm going to, at the bottom, I'm going to do like a crescent moon, because that's where the shadow is. So just one line on top, but a lot of on the bottom because, oops, it's not almost rounded. Same thing here. There we go. That makes it quick. Okay, the lamp. Just like we did last time, if you're in period 2, I'm going to do my lamp. I'm going to start from the top to the bottom. So my light's coming from this direction. So if my light's coming from this direction, this means, let's pretend it's a window. So this means shadow's going to be on this side. Let's go with this one. Light's hitting this, light's going to hit down here. Let's make it into a window instead of a frame. You can do it a frame if you want, but I like playing with light and the illusion of. So I'm going flat on this, following this, and I know I should be using hatching lines as much. Yeah, you can do that too. Do that. So now, I'm trying to finishing the top first. And I'll tell you why I want to finish the top first. You want to finish the top first for 2 reasons. You don't want to smudge it. That's why. That's the first reason. And second, it just makes your life a little bit easier. That you know. So I'm just going to go probably hatching here, but not too much. And I'm following the same direction. The reason I'm going lighter on top, because light is going to hit light here and bring it back to this. Should have done this side darker. I just realized that. So. Let's just leave it at that. Leave the center here, but down here. And now I'm flipping this around. And I'm going to go lighter here. I'm going to go a lighter gray so I can have some contrast. I'm going to stop here. I'm only using hatching lines here. If I would have used cross hatching, I would have darkened it too much. And I want to have a value contrast of shadow between this side and the other. So, whoops. That's okay. I want it to look like it's a window now. I don't want a frame. A frame's too. So, it could be an open window or it could be a clear glass. But now, yeah, I'm going to just put a little bit. So here. There we go. Not too much. I want to put like an angle here. There we go. But I don't want it to be equal to this. I want this side to be darker. There we go. Shouldn't be doing that. That's a big no-no. I used to get in trouble in art class back in 7th and 8th grade and 9th grade. My professor never, she wanted to catch me before I finished the drawing assignment because she said I kind of made it work, but it was not. She said if I ever had to work with something else like wax, it was not. So now I want to do the lamp, and you're going to say, Mr. Navas, why did you keep flipping things around? It helps some of us to do that. So right now I'm going to do a circular lamp instead. And I get tired of geometric. And the trick to this, guys, see that? I did like an egg shape. Except one side, it's symmetrical. This half equals the other half of that egg shape. So it's really more... and now what I'm going to do is, if you can see this, I hope you can. I'm going to do like a crescent. I'm doing the edge to this. And since the light's hitting it here, the side's going to be darker. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to try to find the center of it. And I'm going to pretend to do, I'm going to do an arch here because I want this to be parallel to this. And I'm going to sketch a cylinder. A cylinder looks like when you're done with all the toilet paper roll, that's that little cardboard tube, that's a cylinder. I didn't like the feel of that eraser. Some got dirty. When erasers get hard, I wouldn't recommend them because they will smudge and it's going to ruin your work. So you got to make sure nothing like nail polish, crazy glue, gorilla glue, those glues get in it. So now here's the trick to this. It's beneath the horizon line. All arches underneath the horizon line points downward. Everything will point downward. When we pass the horizon line, everything points upward. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that. It's an optical trick of physics. So I got the cover here of my light bulb. I'm going to erase some of this. God, please be the good one. Okay. So now it's going to have like a cone cylinder, except I should do it this way. And there you go. It wouldn't go downward like that because then it would look like, well, you can do it. You can still pull that. But if you would have kept it the other way around, it would have looked, and the little string here, and we're done. Okay, so I got to be careful of not overdoing, giving too much details. I'm one of those artists. I love details. That's why my commissions, when I do portraits or paintings of people, I take a long time doing it. So you should have this. So right now, I pretty much got almost all of this done. Okay, so we got this. And what do we need? Oh, the carpet. Yeah, I'm not done with the carpet yet. So we're going to go with the lines here. Now, I like to, when I erase, I do that last. Try to do the big job of erasing. And I'm going to put a little bit more of a... Now, we do have a problem here. There's light coming in from this window, or the lamp. So this means not too much, but very soft. So there could be a little shadow here. So this means when I am working on this, we're going to use, I would go with a soft hatching. But then light reflects too. So we just might get light here hitting this, but because the light of outside, it's going to go inward like this. So you're going to have a soft light. And it's going to, here's what the problem, when light hits, if you have fabric or something downstairs, or in this case, it's going to go soft and it's going to bump. It's going to change the illusion. So I'm going very soft. I don't want to add too much. So it's going to go, whoops, I can fix that later. So I should have got rid of that line. So now, got to get rid of these lines before we add the shadow. Do the little, flip it around here just like I did. It went under my computer, but those are the little frizzle things that pop out. There we go. And yes, art could be very therapeutic. I was having a really bad day today. I really didn't want to come into school today, actually. It's Monday for you guys. For me, it's Sunday. So, let's see. Our shadow's going to be more on this side. So, there we go. I'm just using little cross hatching lines. There's going to be more shadow on this side. So, the shadow should have been on this side of the lamp. Actually, no. It should have been here. But I'm trying to pretend like there's light hitting it. And I think we're pretty much done. Okay, guys? So, now you're going to see how much sweating I've been doing. So, right now, guys, so this is our assignment for first period. So, if you got it done, there you go. You're drawing your cabinet, your carpet, your wall, your window, and mountains. Put a couple of birds or clouds up there, and that's it. That's it. Make sure it's implied 3D. Okay, guys? Shadow, I'm going to add a little bit more shadow down here. But, yeah, I think we're good with this. and I'll try to upload this to YouTube. Okay, take care, guys.